Have you ever wondered how people like Elon Musk or Einstein managed to do such amazing things? Were they born geniuses? Or is there something more to it? Today, I'm going to reveal the secret to you. No, it's not a magic formula, and you don't have to be super gifted. It's 5 ridiculously simple habits that geniuses use every day, and that you can literally start copying right now. Stick around until the end, because the last habit is so powerful, it could completely change the way you learn anything. And I'm going to give you a 60-second challenge to try it out. I've spent weeks researching the brightest minds in history, and today, to boil down their routines into something anyone can do. You don't need to be a millionaire or have an IQ of 200. All you need is to watch this video and be willing to give it a shot. We're about to hack your brain to work at a level you didn't think was possible. If you've always felt like you could do more, but didn't know how, this is your video. Get ready, because we're not going to waste any time. Each of these habits is a piece of the puzzle. If you apply just one, you'll notice a difference. If you apply all 5, I promise you'll surprise yourself. So, if you're ready to unlock your potential and start thinking like a genius, let's get to it. The first habit is so simple you're going to laugh, but it's the foundation of everything. Alright, the first habit is called spaced repetition and active recall. It sounds super complicated, but it's actually the simplest thing in the world. Forget about spending 8 hours straight studying before an exam. That's the worst thing you can do. Your brain isn't a sponge that just soaks everything up at once, it's more like a muscle. If you go to the gym and lift weights for 8 hours straight on one day, what happens? You get injured and don't build muscle. But if you go for 30 minutes every other day, you get strong. It's the exact same with your brain. Instead of studying a topic for hours, study in short blocks. Let's say 25 minutes. Today, Monday, you study for 25 minutes about the French Revolution, and that's it, you stop. On Wednesday, you dedicate another 25 minutes to that same topic. And then again, on Saturday, you're spacing out your learning. You're giving your brain time to almost forget the information, and just when it's about to disappear, BAM! You remind it. Every time you do this, the connection in your brain gets stronger and stronger. It's like repaving a road over and over until it's indestructible. Now the second part of this is active recall. This is crucial. When you go back to study the topic on Wednesday, don't just reread your notes. That's passive. What you need to do is close the book, put away your notes, and try to remember the information yourself. Grab a blank sheet of paper and write down everything you remember about the French Revolution. What were the causes? Who was Robespierre? What happened during the storming of the Bastille? At first it will be hard. You'll draw a blank. You'll feel that frustration of, I knew this, but I can't remember it. That's good. That feeling of effort is your brain building those stronger neural connections. Okay, so you know how to study, but when? We're all super busy and our phones are constantly buzzing. The second habit of geniuses is deep work, or focused work. This basically means creating a distraction-proof fortress around you so you can focus 100%. Think of your attention like a laser. If it's scattered, it doesn't do anything. But if you focus it on a single point, it can cut through steel. Geniuses don't have more hours in the day, they just focus their laser much better than the rest of us. The most famous technique for this is the Pomodoro technique, but we're going to take it to the next level. The idea is to work in super focused blocks of time. They can be 25 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever works for you. During that block of time, there is nothing else in the world. 0 distractions. This is not negotiable. After that block, you take a short break, 5 to 10 minutes, where you can do whatever you want. Check your phone, stretch, get some water, and then bam, another block of focus. How do you achieve this God-level concentration? First, you have to prepare your environment. If you're working on a computer, close all tabs that aren't absolutely essential for your task. All of them. Yes, even the YouTube one, the Twitter one, and the one with that cat meme. Turn off notifications for your email, for Slack, for everything. Your physical space also matters. If you can, go to a room where no one will bother you. Put on noise-canceling headphones, even if you're not listening to music. It's a signal to your brain and to others that you're in do not disturb mode. And now, the biggest enemy of concentration, your phone. Putting it on silent isn't enough. Putting it face down isn't enough. Okay, so you're using spaced repetition and working in focused blocks.
Subscribe to our channel for more new ideas and education. Hit the like button on this video, and share your thoughts in the comments.
Awesome! But how do you know if you're doing it right? How do you get better? This is where the third habit comes in, which sounds super philosophical but is incredibly practical. Metacognition. In simple terms, it's thinking about how you think and learn. It's not just doing things, it's taking a step back and seeing if your method is working. Smart people don't just follow a plan blindly, they're always tweaking it. Most people never do this. They study one way and if it doesn't work, they just decide, I'm not good at this. Wrong. A smart person would say, my study method didn't work for this topic. What can I change? It's the difference between being the player on the field and also being the coach who watches the game from the sidelines and adjusts the strategy. You have to be your own learning coach. The easiest way to practice metacognition is with a weekly review. It's super quick. At the end of each week, say Sunday afternoon, you take 15 minutes, no more. And you ask yourself a series of very specific questions about your learning process for that week. It's not about judging yourself or feeling bad. It's about collecting data like a scientist to get better next week. It's a feedback loop for your own brain. Here's a 3-question checklist you can use. Literally, grab a notebook or a note on your phone and answer this every week. Question number 1. What worked well this week? Maybe you found that studying in the morning and 40-minute blocks was super productive. You could have the best study techniques in the world, but if your brain is running on bad fuel, you're not going to get very far. The 4th habit isn't a mental technique, it's the physical foundation. I know it sounds like what your mom tells you, but hear me out. They treat their bodies like high-performance machines because they are. And your brain is the main engine. First, sleep. This is non-negotiable. You need between 7 and 9 hours of quality sleep every night, not 6, not 5, 7 to 9. During sleep, and especially during deep sleep, your brain does something amazing called memory consolidation. It's like during the day, you take messy notes, and at night, a super efficient librarian organizes them. If you don't get enough sleep, it's like you fire that librarian. All the information you learn during the day stays in a messy pile, and most of it gets lost. Second, exercise. 20 to 30 minutes of movement a day, a brisk walk, going for a run, dancing in your room, whatever works. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which means more oxygen and more nutrients. But most importantly, it stimulates the release of a substance called BDNF. Scientists call it miracle grow for the brain. We've reached the 5th and final habit, and this one changes everything. It's so powerful it might be the only study technique you ever need. It's called the Feynman technique, named after Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman, who was a master at making even the most complex ideas seem simple. The core idea is this. The real test of whether you understand something isn't passing a test, it's being able to explain it in such simple words that a child could understand it. If you try to explain a concept and find yourself using complicated jargon or getting stuck, bingo! You've just found a gap in your own knowledge. It's not a sign of failure. It's a giant neon sign telling you exactly what part to study. The process is incredibly simple. Step 1. Pick a concept you want to learn. It could be how photosynthesis works, or it could be what blockchain is. Step 2. Pretend you're teaching it to someone who knows absolutely nothing. A 12-year-old is a good benchmark. Grab a piece of paper and write out an explanation using simple words and analogies, or even better, explain it out loud. Step 3. And here's the magic. Identify the areas where you get stuck, where you hesitate, or where your explanation becomes confusing and complicated. Those are your knowledge gaps. It's the moment you say, it's like, when that thing does. That's it. That's the part you don't truly understand. So here's the 60-second challenge I promised you at the beginning. I want you to do it right now, or right after this video ends. Choose a concept you've learned recently. Grab your phone and record yourself in selfie mode for 60 seconds, explaining it to the camera as if you're talking to a friend who has no idea. Then watch the video. Do you sound confident? Is it clear? Or do you stumble and use filler words? And there you have them. 5 habits that, if you apply them, I promise will change the way you think and learn forever. This isn't about an overnight change. It's about building small systems and routines that, over time, produce extraordinary results. You don't have to be perfect. Start with one. Master the deep focus block this week. The difference between a genius and an average person isn't in their DNA, it's in their habits. And now you have the 5 most powerful ones. It's your turn to be extraordinary.
Subscribe to our channel for more new ideas and education. Hit the like button on this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which skill connects most with your teaching? Which one seems hardest to develop? Your ideas and questions help build our learning community and inspire what we'll cover next. Together, we can change education, one teacher, one classroom, one student at a time. The future of learning is in our hands.